Good morning, tubers. I'm near York, Pennsylvania. I'm about to get started on my weekend flea market adventure. Hey, tubers. Welcome back for another adventure. We are at Williams Grove, and you can see the sun isn't even up yet. Still have a little bit of the harvest moon, but it's time to get shopping. Enough talking. I finished my flea market adventure in Pennsylvania, Morningstar, and Williams Grove, and I came up with a different kind of bunch of stuff. Some of it the same I normally get, but a bunch of it different, and that's what I'd like to consider interesting. So the $1 stuff is on this side, and the more than $1 stuff is on that side. Unfortunately, I kind of went looking for that one big project, and I almost brought it home. Unfortunately, my schedule didn't allow me to score it. It was a 2001 Recon that ran and actually looked pretty good, but they must have been using it in a real salty environment because the frame was completely rotted out underneath it, and I mean, like, gone, like not there in spots. So it would have been interesting because the motor seemed to run good, the plastic seemed halfway decent, the seat was a wreck, as they all are. But anyway, so unfortunately I couldn't grab that, and I had to make do with the time I had for the flea markets. So right in the beginning, you know, I love the dollar stuff. So guy had these are 2 bags full of hose clamps, $1 each. This chain with a hook on it for $1. And I think I got these brushes from him, and he ended up charging me, I think, $3 for the whole set. This is $1, right? Blue light, vampire blood, $1. Then ran across another deal. I discovered that for some reason all my staples are hiding, so I got a partial box of staple and a couple of wrenches for $1. And once again, all these were less than $1 level. It seems that I lose these regularly also with the magnetic on it. How's that for an antique? Radio Shack. And what you do is it actually opens up so that you can test the battery between the 2 ends. I thought that was a little nostalgic for the $1. Fuses, I'm always going through those, $1 each. And these are LED lights, self-contained. I don't know if they twinkle or what they do. So I picked up 3 of those and saw blade. A woman had a whole load of Amazon returns, and she's the person I got like the batteries from and the lights. Right, these are 12 volt, 12 to 24 volt. So I like picked up all this stuff from her for $1. This was from her also. It was $5. But and this, right, once again, all LEDs. Not sure what I'm going to do with it. The Uber, I have a friend that actually drives for Uber, so I'll probably give it to him as his spare, or he can put one in the front window and the back window. So once again, by the time I finished with the woman with the Amazon returns, she ended up saying $20, but I got the idea I got a lot more than that for the $20. Like, once again, the batteries were from her, and I think these and these were also from her as part of the $20 with the lights. Anyway, I don't know if she skipped a 10 or what she did, but that was a good deal. This, I'm not sure what they go to, but this is all LED lit, and there's a pair of them. I gave another woman who does the Amazon returns $5 for that. Once again, for the pair, I figured they can look cool on one of the all-terrain vehicles. Squeeze clamps, once again, you don't pass them up at less than $1. Orange light bulbs, they were 50 cents a pack, so 8 for $1. Tie wraps and, you know, bell wire, multi-strand. This is sandpaper, kind of on a cloth background, emery. $1. Sockets for $1 each. Right, you know, pliers, diagonal cutters. I think this was $1 also. I'm not positive. Maybe it was $2. We're kind of beginning some of the $2 stuff. So this was $2. Battery connection, $2. These were 3 for $5. Motorcycle type. Couldn't pass those up. The casters. And if you look at the casters, right, metal in the center, the thick rubber band, they could take a lot of weight. I paid $4 each, so that was 16. And from the same guy, I picked up these pans to make it an even 20. So I paid $1 each for the pans and $4 each for the casters. There's 4 of them. This is brass plate, solid brass plate, solid brass. This is good for those carburetor adapters, and she had 3, so I just grabbed the 3. Sockets, I really do have plenty of sockets, but you know, you try to put a toolbox together to put elsewhere. These were 5 for all of them, including the rack. It's missing the number 10, and then you saw these 2 guys. While I was out there, I grabbed these, and this is a number 10 from Ace, right? But it's 6 point. This is a Craftsman number 10, but it's 12 point. I kind of prefer the 6 point stuff, so I'll probably end up going with the Ace. It's not like it's gonna wear out, right? If it was, you know, up around 21, 22 millimeter, you really got to worry that you're going to round it. Normally with the, or hurt the socket if you put too much on it, but I'm pretty sure that Ace will take whatever I give to it. More junky sockets. I think that was 4. This was 2. It's calling itself a satellite controller, but what I like on it, I don't know if anybody's bought those push button switches lately, or these sockets, right, or power cord, but that box was $2. I thought it was amazing for that price. There's all kinds of things I could recycle that into. These were $2 each. Once again, blinging up an all-terrain vehicle. This is a 4. It's for a trailer. It's not the traditional in a row. It's kind of the quad pack 2 and 2. But anyway, it was $2. I have both connectors there. So if I need to put something together that I want to take apart and separate pieces, I can. Now there was the guy there that sells stuff from China. He has all kinds. You could see a load of carburetors sitting here. He also has a pile of starters. I didn't remember well enough what the starters look like on the big reds or the Bayous, Kawasaki's or the Yamahas, right? So the Hondas. So I couldn't take advantage of the starters. If I want to buy one from them, I'm actually going to have to bring one of the blown up ones in and compare it. But I picked up these 5 carburetors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the hydraulic brake assemblies. They did not come with the handles, but for the right hand side, so the front brake, so to speak, and they came with the banjo bolts. So that this is an intake manifold. I'm not exactly sure what it's for. Anyway, what I gave him for all the carburetors, the intake manifold, and those 2 right-hand brake lever, hydraulic brake levers with the banjo bolts included. I gave him 55 bucks, and I thought that was crazy good price, because the carburetors are up on eBay. They're not selling them as cheap as they used to. Basically, two of these carburetors, and this is Kevin on it. We could assume it is, or maybe isn't. And then, like, this one says Kevin Technology from Japan, as does that one. Once again, it just says Kevin PZ27. It's got the extra fuel pump. The Recons use those fuel pumps, but I think the fuel pump will also help. Like if I hack that carburetor onto a 250, it'll help with the acceleration. That little spurt of gas will give it like a little kick. So I think that'll work. Most of them are PZ27s. This one's a little bigger. I think it's a PC30. It just calls itself a PD. So anyway, I was really happy to get that load of carburetors. Once again, that'll help round out my inventory. I've been pushing it a little bit to get to the flea markets a little more before the weather turns. A lot of times, you know, the pieces I buy, the carburetors and the brass and all that stuff, right, rather than discover at the last minute, even the batteries, right? I don't know how many batteries you guys have bought lately, but they seem to have gotten crazy expensive, especially these 9 volts. I mean, heck, I think I got more than $20 worth of batteries here before she included all this stuff. These guys are bright white, but I imagine these spotlights are going to be really handy, whether I put them on an all-terrain vehicle or use them to light up the garage. So, I mean, just interesting stuff. I can put this USB Uber sign. Yeah, it says Uber. UB. Anyway, UB car. Maybe it's not Uber. I thought it was Uber. Maybe it's UB car. Anyway, I thought that was interesting for $1. Just a great collection. This this guy here, he's got a little pump thing in the back that you squeeze and you can make that run out. I don't know, just in case I do up the place for a Halloween. Soldering iron kit. I bought that, and I bought a bunch of other stuff from that guy. So it was supposed to be more than $1, and it was only supposed to have one soldering iron in it. But anyway. And lastly, not that you care, anybody cares, but I've had a lot of good luck with these Blue Diamond pans. So I think it was 30 bucks. They don't give those, or 22 bucks. Should have been 30. We got it for 22. I think that might have been the story on it. Anyway, I really make use of that. That's one size up from my the one I commonly use. Easier to make 3 sets of eggs instead of 2 at a time. I could go 3 at a time. So I'm sure you guys will let me know what you think. I love hitting flea markets. I love finding interesting stuff. Once again, I was a little disappointed I didn't bring that big project home. I wish time would have allowed me to go chase down that Recon. It wasn't close to the hotel, so you know, it would have been a trip out, and then it would have slid the schedule for other stuff and made it hard to hit Williams Grove. So I figured I better stop while I was ahead. Let's go with it that way. Anyway, tubers, I really want to thank you guys for dropping by to watch and comment and subscribe. Support your local flea markets. You know, it's just nice to get out there and get a deal. Oh, I forgot to mention these cases here. I thought they could be good for the portable CDI, perhaps. All right, everyone. Once again, please remember, feet down, heads up, and make sure you get out and enjoy each and every day. you really have no clue how many you're going to get. So before our friend here comes to visit, go out and have some fun. Bye now.